the Israelites are in trouble. The people of Judah, the Judeans, are in terrible trouble because they have managed to distance themselves from Yahweh. They have determined that because they were overthrown by the Assyrians, God must be absent from their lives. God has somehow left them. Therefore, we'll take the most convenient one, Milcom, Ashur, Baal. We will worship those gods because, well, they're the trendy gods of the day. Zephaniah is one of the prophets. Nobody has spoken anything daring to the people of Judah for some 61 years, says Elizabeth Ottomeyer. There's been no prophetic voice talking to the people, trying to call them back into their relationship with God. And all of this destructive stuff, this destructive wording, this God is going to get you verbiage, is what has sent people packing for years, running from the Old Testament. But Zephaniah talks about a God who changes his mind. The God of Zephaniah's book is not the God that destroyed the earth in the time of Noah. A few weeks ago, I had Sarah read that portion out of Genesis, where God makes a promise to say, I will never again do this to humankind. I will never again destroy humanity or wipe them from the face of the earth. Never will I do that. Yet, here God is so angry at his creation that he is saying, I'm on the verge, people. But his decision is to work to change the people. One of the 7 deadly sins is pride. It is the thing that God hates most. Haughty-eyed people. People who are so prideful that they would injure the innocent, that they would ignore those who are in need. This is what has happened to Jerusalem. The people have moved away from what is right and what is humble. They have become so proud that they have become their own gods. They have become so haughty that they have become their own gods. That what they see and what they need and what they will do in life is more important than any correction or lesson God would teach them. They have distanced themselves from God. That I've talked about the 7 deadly sins before, and I talked about pride being that sin that really all the other ones kind of jump off of. You know, envy and lust and anger and avarice, and sloth, all of those sins come from the sin of pride. That's the key phrase, the key word, the key feeling, the key sentiment in this Zephaniah book, is that people have become so proud that they have distanced themselves from God. God's decision here could be to just wipe humanity off the face of the earth. Instead, Zephaniah reveals this incredible statement, this incredible news from God, that what God plans to do is transform humankind. I will change you. I will transform you. I will do an extreme makeover. I will reform you, transform you, make you over from the inside out. What's that wonderful line we sing in the Song of Isaiah? I will break your hearts of stone, and I will make you over from the inside out. At that time, I will change the speech of the peoples to a pure speech. that all of them may call on the name of the Lord and serve God with one accord. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, my scattered ones, shall bring my offering. On that day, you shall not be put to shame because of all the deeds by which you have rebelled against me. For when I will remove from your midst your proudly exalted ones, and you shall no longer be haughty in my holy mountain. For I will leave in the midst of you people humble and lowly. They shall seek refuge in the name of the Lord, the remnant of Israel. They shall do no wrong and utter no lies, nor shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouths. Sing aloud, O daughter Zion. Shout, O Israel. I am about to give you a makeover. We know about makeovers, don't we? Oh, come on. About, 40 years ago, the only people who had makeovers were what? Yeah, movie stars, Hollywood celebs. Right. And they had, that's what they call them, celebs. I think. Yeah. And what they did was they had facelifts, because they had to look good for the camera. You wanted your face equal. Our faces aren't equal, you know that. One side is different from the other. So people would say, yes, only take my picture from the right. That's my best side. So, they have plastic surgery to even it out. But about 30 years ago, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it was more than 30 years ago, ordinary people started having plastic surgery. I had a lot of my friends, when I was working at the hospital back in Granada Hills, it became all the rage, and everybody was having something done. I had an Asian friend who decided she would round out her eyes. To be honest, I had two nursing friends who had facelifts and other enhancements as they felt necessary. I had, or as their husbands felt necessary. Honey, here's your Christmas present. One gal had a chin implant, if you can imagine. And the chin implant was it made her look like the Wicked Witch of the West. Because it stuck out too far, it didn't work with her face. So luckily she wouldn't have it taken out, thank the Lord. None of us could tell her. That's not working for you. But why? Why do we do? I want you to get into this place of why. Why do we do things like makeovers? Why do we make over our bodies? What is it that we want or we need from that? Is it to feel better about ourselves? Is it to be more lovable? Is it to be more beautiful? Is it to be more proud of ourselves? Is it to be able to lift ourselves up and know that we are better than? Why do we do that? What is it that we need? What is it that we want? Is it to be admired, to be adored, to be worshipped?